How did it all started from 50 cents a day until today?
Because I had no choice.
There must be some competitors trying to copy you. How do you view it?
I don't fight back even in business competitions, yeah. When you do business in Indonesia, it's one thing that will never happen in Singapore, I think so. Attacked by the dark spirit is
Black magic, yeah?
Ah.
I wanted to ask you what's the biggest difference between Indonesia and Singapore?
Yeah, so in Singapore, the jealousy is when people, now is they attack you from social media. I complain about your food.
What would be your best advice to open a business in Singapore?
Learn from mistakes. Don't learn from success. Don't think about what if I fail. Why not they just say, what if when this is successful? Don't ever start F&B business just because you know how to cook. Number 2, don't start F&B just because you like to eat.
In this video, I'm going to deep dive into stories of entrepreneurs and change makers. This isn't just about business, but about the relationships, the struggles, and the breakthroughs that define success. Navigate this journey with me and explore what it truly means to thrive, live fully, and love deeply. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did it all started from 50 cents a day until today?
Because I had no choice.
Hmm.
I had no choice because I think after my father bankrupt when I was in Sec 3, so I was being called back home, which I didn't want to go home because I was thinking if I go back, what I could do? There's nothing I could do. I mean, Sec 3, go back, there's nothing I can do. So I said, okay lah, I don't want to go back. Let me just stay here. I will work out. So I'll just do whatever it takes to stay in Singapore. So that's why when I was in Sec 3, whereby many of my Indonesian friends, because last time my father always sent me money every month, but now I got to stop. In fact, I got to send money back to my parents. So I think number 1 is because I had no choice. And number 2, because I think my parents, they needed me to support them. Because as I always share, I keep telling myself that men can live hardship, but not women. So that time, the woman in my life was my mom and my sister. So I didn't want them to be hungry. I didn't want them to suffer because we had a comfortable life. So I think kasihan gitu loh. So I said, okay, I have to just work hard lah in order to support them. Yeah. So I had no choice, and then because of I had to take up the role of breadwinner for my family. So that is actually the main thing, gitu.
But why did you have to take that role? Even though you still have your dad, right? You didn't have to take that role. But why did you choose to, okay, I have to be responsible and I want to make it work?
Oh, because my dad already gave up. So I think that fall, that bankruptcy, he really suffered a lot. Emotionally. So I think, and also at his age, that time he was already getting old. So I think that's why once you reach a certain age, when you fall, in order to get up again, it's not easy. We youngsters, if let's say we fall, we can get up again much easier. But old people is very hard. Yeah. So, but of course, that time he tried to do all kind of job like servicing aircons, So, but he had no clue yet of what he will do next. Because when I talk about bankruptcy, it's really, really flat. We had nothing. So we had to stay in the Tangerang. It was a small house. So we had to rent the house. It is a very small cubicle house. And I remember I went back to Jakarta to see them, to try to see how they were. Last time when I talked to my father, I did not look at his face because he's so busy. But the good part is after he bankrupt, we eat in the same room. So there's a toilet here, open kitchen here, So we eat rice with Indomie. We just fried some egg. But that was the first time that we finally, me, my brother, my sister, my mom, and my dad too. So the more I see that, the more that my heart was burning. I have to make it one day. So now it's my role. Now it's my time to take up the job as the head of the family. So that was why. Yeah. So sometimes I even cursed at God. I said, God, why this happened to me? Why my friends, the parents still able, they're still rich, all the Inyawa Chow, the Indonesian Chinese, they are so rich. Why me? Why me? So I said, God, this is not fair. But you know what? So just I just want to say, sometimes the downfall in it with us there is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
There's God's purpose that why sometimes we have to be flattened in order for us to be reborn again. So that was how you can know your real strength only when you're flat. Otherwise, you are apa tu? Complacent. You depend on your family. You are so comfortable with life. You are pampered. You cannot be smashed, be faced by the life of obstacles. Yeah. So sometimes for those friends, if you're having a struggle or but don't always take it negatively. There is something. Just when your life is smooth, nothing major happening, there's no stress, there's no struggle, there's no betrayal, there's no backstabbing.
Yeah.
You are not going uphill.
Yeah.
Because when you walk uphill, it's more tiring than you go downhill.
Yeah.
So without you knowing, when your life has no problems or you think everything is fine, you are actually going down. And then when you open up your eyes, boom, you are 40, you are 50. Oh, okay, I'm still stuck to where I am. There's no progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that it was during Sec 3.
Yeah.
So you were 14 years old, 15?
Sec 3, the time I was 16, 17, yeah.
So 16 years old, you took that courage to stay in Singapore.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to stay? I mean, you could have just go back and started something there.
Okay. In terms of working part-time, Singapore, at least they pay you by hourly. If I go back to Indonesia, in Indonesia, no such thing as they pay by hourly. And also, I feel that if I go back to Indo, with just a Sec 3, what job I can do? Waiter. I cannot do full-time. I still need to go to school to complete my SMP, SMA. So I said, what job can I do? Waiter, there's no such thing called part-time job in Indonesia. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
No. But in Singapore, we can do part-time. I still remember my first pay was, I think, one hour, about $4.50 or $4. Yeah, so therefore I started to work in the hotel. So I work room service in the hotel. Then I continue as a dishwasher. Then give tuition. Imagine, so I got to give tuition to the primary, and also I coach badminton. Yeah, so everything I do, even though I wasn't really expert or super good in badminton, but at least I had to do something. I just coached the small kids. So so that was my 4 jobs. Yeah.
And that was like Sec 3 all the way until uni?
Poly.
Okay, yeah.
Because uni expensive. Yeah. Luckily during my time, Singapore in Singapore, polytechnics were offering like a grant whereby they offer you a PR. You just take the grant as long as after graduate you stay and work in Singapore for 3 years. So that was how I got my PR. And also they give you the tuition fee. I remember that time 1 year is only 1,200. It was hard for me because after I send money, basically I send 80% of what I earn to my family. And also I still need to support my sister. So I support my sister until she graduates from high school, and then I bring her to Singapore study MDIS or informatics, something like that. So so my life, my earning is all for my family. So for myself, I remember the time I was studying in Nanyang Polytechnic, I took marketing. So luckily the principal, I still remember the name, Mr. Chan Liman. I went to his office. I said, sir, I'm facing, I have this financial difficulty. Can I pay the tuition fee, the school fee by installment? And yeah, he helped me. So every month installment, the 1,200 I pay every month. Yeah. So that was how I only left with like 50 cents, sometimes $1, sometimes 70 cents, sometimes 80 cents. So I always said, like, wait, this pakcik, the nasi padang stall, then I wait for him. When he wants to close down, then I approach him. Pakcik, I only got 60 cents, 50 cents. Can you give me whatever? Because leftover lode, you cannot, you usually throw away. What? You just give me whatever you want. You can nasi, even though just lode also can. So he then he give me. So that one I cut too. I keep half for that night. Then I keep some for tomorrow.
And when is the turning point for you?
Okay, my life has many stages of life. So which point are you referring to?
When you started to see that you can actually build something your own.
Oh, I realized my potential. I realized my passion when I was working in Planet Hollywood as a waiter. That was when actually I found out that, hey, I'm very talkative. I like to see people, and I'm a very easily bored person, and I like challenges. So That's why if you ask me to work in the office 9 to 6 job and every day take MRT, I will be bored to death. So when I was working as a waiter in Planet Hollywood, that was when Planet Hollywood actually they were teaching us to offer really like very friendly service. We do table visits. So from there I learned, and that was how I realized my potential and my passion. And I was one of the top server, we call it server, to get tips. One of the biggest tips server in Planet Hollywood, because our customers all from US, from Australia, from Japan. So I say, hey, hi, how are you? How the food, everything? Da, 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 da. End up my tips bigger than my pay.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was when I realized, oh, this is my potential. I can make people comfortable. I'm so talkative, being talkative and making people comfortable is easy. My biggest tips, I think my biggest achievement when I was working there was when I was being appointed as one of the servers to specifically serve the king of Saudi king, all these important persons, So yeah. So that was this is where I'm good at.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this happens during poly.
Poly. I was still working as a waiter.
And then how did it transition it to become a business owner?
So after that, after graduate poly, so I applied for jobs. So the job that I took, my very first job in 2000 was a chemical shipping company. It's a Japanese company.
Logistics company.
Logistics. Yeah. So because they offered me, they say, traveling there's the opportunity to travel to Japan. I said, wow, not bad. I can go for sightseeing also. So I took up the job for 2 years. My office was in Tanjung Pagar. I tell you, 9 to 6. And number two, that was the first time I realized there was such thing as called office politics. Backstabbing, very very upfront. The manager really just try to bring you down, your colleague, It was so stressful that my gastric, I vomit blood. So every hour, in order not to be bored, I always go to toilet to just wash my face, to just get away from the office. And sometimes I can feel my gut. Then there was blood. So that was how stressful it was handling the office politics. I was being tekan, pressure, this and that. That was when I said, every day I take MRT. When can I be rich? I said, my pay that time was about 2,000. Then after I send money, then I'm really left. So there was something. So in my church. So basically there was one bapa said. So basically, he was a potential investor. So he said, what do you want to do? I said, I love F&B. So what do you have in mind? I said, let's do, I want to do F&B restaurant. So actually, my very first, so this Bapa investor actually invested in me. So the first F&B 2004 was in Far East Plaza. The name was Esteller 77. So that time we franchised. It was already running, so we took over. So after I took over, the business even more booming. Because I'm very hands-on, I'm very customer-oriented, boom. So basically, I make S77 become more viral. That point of time, no social media. So what we do is, we print out brochures, we give to MRT, we go down Far East, I go to MRT, they just give flyers. I was very active. But then there was no support from the franchisor. So that's why, one thing good about now what I do is, why I don't let my franchisee to suffer what I suffered when I was being a franchisee back then. Because everything I must take from Central Kitchen. Even beras, rice, oil, plastic bag, even mineral water also you must take from Central Kitchen. So I said, Pak, why must I take even veggie take from you? Because that will make my cost, because usually markup. So I said, okay lah, we use common sense. If you say, it's because of QC. Okay, Pak, QC timun, cucumber, and cabbage. What you QC? You mean the veggie supplier sent to your kitchen? You check every single piece, or this timun okay, this cabbage not good, this mineral water this one a bit dented. No way. I said, why cannot? You just tell me what brand, then I will just take from supplier. So to cut the story short, there was no support at all. So we were being choked. My food cost was 50 over percent, and yet we still make money. Then because my outlet was viral, and a lot of people wanted to franchise STL77. Okay, so number one. So a lot of people franchise because of me. They see my outlet is doing very good. Number two, as a return, instead of thanking me, you know what they do? In Orchard ada 4 STL77 in Orchard. From Orchard Far East all the way until Cine Laser. No, until Orchard Emerald ada 4. It's not fair, what?
Yeah.
First civil war. Yes. Oh, Ed, it's good for branding. Yeah, branding lu. Not my brand, what is your brand? What we become competitor, what? So whatever I face, I will make sure that I will not let this happen to my franchisee. So maybe that's one of the key success why my franchise is successful now. Yeah, so there was the turning point. When I realized that, oh, this is not right. I'm making him. I work so hard for his brand. So I went to Batam in Planet Holiday.
Yeah,
Holiday
Planet
Hotel.
Holiday.
I went to see Burut. So I brought the brand to Singapore. There was where I started Lucky Plaza. Yeah, still from the same investor.
Yeah.
So SL77 was not happy because I'm not supposed to have two brands handling. So I said, no, I step back to you. You take back. So you take back.
Okay.
So after you take back, flop. So that time the Ayam Penyet was viral in Lucky Plaza.
Yeah. Yes.
So we hit all the SL all close.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2005, I started first in Lucky Plaza, but the same year I was being kicked out. I divorced. So I divorced from the partnership due to management differences,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also I was being accused so many things. I think I won't reveal here lah. So, but those accusations that were hit on me, it was very nasty. Until I said I did a corruption until I buy condo, I got Mercedes, I have many lands. But you know what? Those accusations that they make was like a prayer. So that's why be careful with what you speak. Whatever they accuse, today I have. Yeah. So sometimes when people gossip about you, they say you are this, you are this. It's okay, just amen. Because I believe in karma. So I believe that
You reap what you sow.
Yeah, you reap what you sow. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So whatever they accuse today, I have. And then yeah, so then I started another partnership. It was in Marine Parade. So it was with my ex school friends, still young. I said, wow, I thought we three young people, so we can make it happen. Good, it was good, but 1 year, 2 years, there was no book, there was no report. My laptop crashed, my hard disk crashed. I got to re-enter the data.
Okay.
So 2 books, we worked so hard. I worked so hard, just earn the salary. There's no book, so just screw it. I just leave. So that was in 2007 or 2008. So after the second divorce, I still remember my bank account was left $600.
After all the hard work that you have put in.
So that means I divorced one time, then second divorce again. So inside my mind, what will the world say about me? Surely people will say that I'm the problem, not my partner. Gua dong masalahnya. Must be you. That was when the devil started coming in. I was in the room, I did not go out. I said, that's it, my life. So I was back to flat again, back on the ground again. I didn't want to leave the room. I had to rent a very small room in Tampines. I think the rental was about 350. I remember there was no aircon. So that was when the devil said to me, "You are useless. Just end your life. What people say about you? You're disgraceful. This and that." Wow. So when I went to kitchen, I want to cook Indomie, So I was in the kitchen. I saw the knife. Speaking again. End your life. Just end your life. Then your problem settle. Just end your life. Aduh, pen nggak ya? How later if they come, then I'll be blood, the pool of blood, everything. But there was a small voice, which I believe there was God, there was Jesus, speak to me, my son. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Wow, just small word. Okay, so slowly, so that was how I met my wife now. So my friend asked me, bro, let's go out lah. Let's go for a drink. We went to Paki lah. So Paki, they put on my jacket, very Malay, bigoti and that. So that was where I met I met Maureen, my wife. Udah, just slowly absorb again. So every day she send me after work, then she send me chicken rice lah every day. Then slowly, then from there I started slowly. And you know what? Customers start looking for me already. Where's Edy? Where's Edy? Where's Edy Penyet? Where's Edy Penyet? I said, I have met many people the down and fall. Gue tuh nggak pernah dengar orang itu sampai full sharing together fun for me. Those regular customers, I think they knew about the story, So they gathered some of fund. So they asked me how much I need to start. I said for a restaurant minimum 100,000. It was a lot. So I said, can do food court or not? Okay lah. Okay. So I gathered about 40,000. So that was when I started my first outlet in the Jurong Point. But my misery didn't end there. On the 7th day, MOM came. MOM came. The funny part is, the food court got a lot of stalls. MOM 3 in front, 4 behind. So they check for IC everything. Because the chef, Ibu, followed me. From Warung Penyet, Marine Parade followed me. Because Ibu knew who is good, who has a sincere heart. So she was so comfortable there. This chef, Ibu Ati, is from Jogja, the chef. That time we applied S-Pass for her. After I left, Bu, I cannot employ you. I cannot afford to pay you because the time her salary was only 3,000. I said. So I think she didn't feel comfortable because my 2 other partners are, very fake. In front of you, very nice. But they never hug the staff. They never ask, hey, how's things? They never even care about the stuff. For me, I always buy fruits, buy cake for my staff. I rangkul them. We wash plate together. And that time I was still a bit young man. We went to party, thing and that. Then the next day, even though no matter how late I sleep, the next morning I will surely be there to open the restaurant. But the other 2 partners never. Either they woke up late or they never pick up the phone for the whole day and they never call back. So I think Ibu was not very comfortable. And Ibu told me, the last night when she prayed to her God, she cried on the table. She cried, Tuhan, one day my tears will not come back futile. It was stopped. So I think it was like a prayer. It was a very simple and very sincere prayer from a Ibu, because so she felt that I'm like her own son. So she couldn't take it that how they did this, how they did to me. So that prayer is another prayer that God listened. So I think today is because of all this prayer and support. So Ibu followed me. Don't worry, you don't have to pay me. I just join you. So when I was in the midst of applying, before approval, MOM came. Who else report? Pasti mereka dong. Boom. I was handcuffed. Masuk. In the car, Ibu taken. We stay in Toa Payoh. Take the passport. MOM lock her up. I also masuk one night. Take investigation, this and that. Udah. Within 3 days, Ibu need to go back to deport. Mati gua. Siapa masak ya? Who cook ya? Alamak, I said. Then I stay in HDB, small HDB. You know HDB, the kitchen kan cuma cetak-cetak yang rinai tu. Cetak-cetak gitu. How to cook? But no choice what? Because she cannot enter back into the kitchen in Jurong. Within 2 days. That was how I learned to cook. I never cooked before. I cook Indomie lah ya. Ya udah, cook soto, cook ayam. So I become
You're the
chef
one running the...
in 2 days. Because who else cook? I got to cook, man. So okay. So Ibu deport back. Wow, that one was, I couldn't afford to see her being blacklisted. That's why until today she cannot enter back Singapore. Blacklisted. So she went back. So I become the chef. So I got to jaga in front, I got to do marketing, then I also got to cook. So I got to come to kitchen about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, cook. So that was how I learned cooking. And that was how I learned about the system, this and that. So that was the turning point. From then, that was 2009. So finally I was on my own. Within 1 year, I opened another one in Causeway Point, Woodland. So in 1 year, less than 1 year, 2. Then one more, 3. I pang again. Then after that, then there was one girl, regular customer, you have all this skill, why don't you do franchise? I said, why not I do franchise? Because my franchise is about mentoring, what?
Yeah.
So okay, so I opened up for franchise. I still remember the franchise fee was still very, very small. I think about 15,000.
15,000.
No, 10,000 was 14,000. Very cheap lah. Okay, to cut the story short, in 2 years, 18 orders. That was when I learned
In Singapore.
in Singapore. So that time, I didn't have the system yet, like what today. So that time I only supply the chicken, the chili. I teach every outlet. So basically, I was teaching them all the recipe. I said, never mind, the chicken you just take, I supply from my cent, which I cannot say because we just cook in one place. So we just drop the chicken, but the sambal. So yeah, then 2011, there was one particular customer asked me, "Can I bring to KL?" Oh no.
Oh.
Before after that, then I start to have a dream like, why not I open overseas? I just want to see Indonesian flag in other countries. So I went back and forth to KL. I remember I was driving a manual car, 1993 car, mobil butut lah. It was cheap. I drive to KL back and forth, basically to offer franchise. When your time is not up yet, whatever you do, the door will always be open. I offered my franchise for free. Also nggak mau. Pak, Dato, as long as I see my flag, my brand in KL, it's okay, free, tak payah bayar. Okay, let me think about it. End up on this. Wow. So okay, back to Singapore. Maybe it's good with just in Singapore. But there was one day one customer come. I'm from Malacca. His name is Eric. I'm from Malacca. Can I open in KL? Because of my disappointment, this one another.
No
Tanya-tanya aja lah,
go,
cuma setengah aja lah. The next day he text me, "What's your account number? I'll transfer to you now the booking fee." Huh? Okay. So, boom. KL within 2 years, 7 to 8 outlets under him. In 2012, my old school friend last time from Singapore, he already went back for good. Asked me, "Bro, can I open he saw my Friendster. At the time, Friendster.
Yeah,
Friendster.
I know.
So say, I see your Friendster. Wow, you doing good biar I say, "Can I open Jakarta?" Gila lo. Ini Indonesian food. Want to open in Jakarta? Siao lu. I said, it's okay what? I just follow you lah. Just food court also lah. And it's my money what? Not your money what? Just
try
lah. It's my money. Never mind one. Food court anyway. Okay lah. So the very first outlet, it is Roxy Mas in Jakarta. Next to KFC, the Akong. Next to my Akong, the KFC. We actually beat KFC that time. Yeah.
Wow.
Because the time already like so many celebrity photo, yeah. Because those days celebrity photo very play a vital role. So we in the food court there are lots of this Afghan, Rosa, Ariel.
They have already visited
in Singapore.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I told you what, I'm a very people person.
Okay.
I can mingle orang. Hi. So we keep in touch. Nomormu dong, Gila, artis nanya nomor telepon gua. So akhirnya they said, yo, so many artists I meet from Singapore. So I said, so they try, wah, enak macam, udah. So from there in Jakarta, we open about a lot lah, more than 10 in 2 years. So Malaysia, Jakarta, then they started Myanmar,
growing,
Brunei, 2020 Australia, until today. So this is a summary,
Yeah. And this is so inspiring because it just proves that when you do your best, God sees it. God will never forsake you. And suddenly a pool of people can actually support you.
Yeah.
And so far, what has been your biggest success? What you consider that this is the biggest success? Well, in this entrepreneur journey.
So true success for me is when you are able to make other people successful as well. Because I have this principle. I don't like to live like a balloon.
Yeah, I heard that.
So please, those corruptors, please bear in mind, the money you won't bring when you die. Living like a balloon means you live for yourself, blow, it will explode. Blessing will always flow. If you notice the waterfall, the water, when you flow upwards, the new one will come. So that circle. So that's one. So when I make people like my franchisee, which is now she's there, Jenny there, she's successful. Now she has 2. Then coming up the 3rd outlet, Then my neighbor also opened the Dipenyet, also from renting the unit. No, she just bought the condo from rental. He bought the condo from the Dipenyet. And then I hear success story from other franchisee. So that's my true success. So live with a purpose. Because I used not to have money. Now I have. Now okay, enough. No. It's just about the material. I also still don't know where it's the same. But it's the inner peace and the inner thing that is something that money cannot buy. So that's why like through this podcast also, I really hope that my story will really inspire and motivate and bless you. so that when you are being blessed by my sharing, I'm also successful, right?
Yeah.
So that answer your question.
Yeah. When did you have this like vision of wanting others to be successful as well?
Or through the life experience. So after one another. So after I did it, I sit so peacefully, I feel so proud, I feel so, when I see this person, okay, that's why one thing, I don't understand about human beings, nowadays it's a social media place. So people always get jealous,
Yeah.
iri hati. This guy, So when these people see other people, the friend
Grow.
more successful,
Yeah.
become so rich, they try to bring them down together. What?
Yeah.
For me, when I see other people social media, wow, now he drive Ferrari, wow, he drive First, he drive Porsche, I'm happy for him, man. Because, I know this guy, last time he was not like this, wow, that means he's good, I'm happy for him. In fact, I wish I can say, hey bro, can share with me some, congrats, Kyung Hee, you are doing well. But nowadays, many people can try to bring you down,
Yeah.
gossip, that guy wash money, laundry, that guy, maybe do drugs, those kind of things. So that's for me, it's a loser. Only losers try to bring people down together, down with them.
Yeah. And I think this big brand that you have already built, there must be some competitors
Oh yeah.
trying to copy you.
Yeah.
How do you handle that, and how do you view it?
Oh, I don't fight back. I don't fight back. Even though there were cases whereby our stuff being hijacked, this and that. Of course, in business competitions, interesting story, When you do business in Indonesia, it's one thing that will never happen in Singapore. I think so. People send bomo, the guna-guna,
Oh.
So okay let's say,
Yeah. Black magic,
so the characteristic of when your business is being attacked by the dark spirit is like, for example, you just cook the rice at 8 o'clock, but within 2 hours tiba-tiba ada lumut, tiba-tiba it's a green moshi mold.
Oh yeah, mold. Yeah.
Cannot be what? You just cook the rice for 2 hours, and then oxtail, so buntut. So the oxtail we pack. After we boil the buntut, we pack, we weigh, we pack, we masuk freezer dong. Just cook yesterday leh. This morning, open up, belatung. Belatung is a white worm.
Maggot.
Maggots. Maggot will only appear on the meat if you are left unchilled, unfrozen. You just leave it for how many days, then the maggots will come. This one only cooked yesterday, what?
And this is in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Only in Indonesia.
Tempe. Luckily, my friend eat. The tempe is this one. There was one paku, rusty, rusty nail, long one, inside the tempe. Logically, how can you not miss the tempe when you cut? You see, correct what? Long and rusty. Number two, where you got rusty nail? What's the rusty nail doing in the kitchen? No such thing, what? So I called the ustad, called Pak Haji, they pray. So true enough, it was being sent. And also the common one is when they make the stuff ribut. The kitchen stuff, small metal become big metal, then they fight, quarrel, then resign. This is also this is a softer way. So this dukun, there's one type of attack by some dukun bomo. They will not use all these things, but they use you to fight. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's why sometimes when you see people quarrel, actually, people who can see, actually there's a one dark spirit behind one. Quarrel kan, ribut kan. Wow. The devil is pouring the gasoline. Of course, the devil let human be to fight. So now you know why. For me, it's like all this life experience have made me bukan makan garam lagi loh. There's one first in Indonesia makan garam eat salt We already eat salt enough already.
Yeah, which means like so much experience.
Gue bukan makan garam lagi. I didn't just eat salt. I think MSG semua lah. Even sand.
Even rock also,
Even rock also. Sampai tanah kuburan also.
The graveyard.
I found before tanah kuburan apa sih? Cemetery soil.
Yeah.
Also they wrap, they just throw itu. And then there's one time also in Makassar, also in Ujung Pandang, the sales dropped drastically. From few million tiba-tiba only 1 million, 2 million rupiah. And then some people, Pak, you just open Already open 2 years You just open ditutup. So it was being covered for people pass by, they cannot see us. Then I asked the chef, I said, Pak, she's a Muslim. I said, you just sembahyang tahajud. Okay, solat tahajud. I said, you solat. You just, and true enough, after his solat, he was having coffee outside. Then something prompted him to go to that plant. And true enough, when he opened the plant, there's 2 packet. Buka ada jeruk, lime, tusuk pakai needle, and there was some hair.
My God.
This is just one of the many cases lah. Because time is limited, I cannot share because the topic become the
Spiritual,
dark business, the dark side of having a business in Indonesia.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wanted to ask you what's the biggest difference between Indonesia and Singapore. So this is the kind of difference. I have never heard of this
in
before.
I would say that in the so-called not the Philippine countries or under the developed countries, the jealousy, because there's a big gap between the rich and the poor. So actually the main problem is the hatred and the jealousy, and that's why jealousy. That's when the devil always try to use that to make people. Makanya they attack this, they do business, they cheat you, this and that.
Okay.
In Singapore not so much lah, but in Singapore when you're jealous okay, in Singapore is one thing about Singapore. When you're jealous, they report to government.
Yeah. Yes, I've ever been.
Those people who in a business F&B,
Yeah.
because here in Singapore it's like this: you can do anything, but don't get caught. And the government bodies actually they won't come and check unless there's somebody report. Be it SFA, MOM, this and that. So so in Singapore the jealousy is when people but now different. Now is they attack you from social media.
Yeah.
So these haters they will just I complain about your food, this and that. The food it's cold, this and that. Yeah. So that's the difference.
Okay. So just now we talked about dark magic, right? And I always hear all your podcasts. You always talk about God also. Why is God so important in your life, in your business?
Oh, because He is very real. I have experienced. Jadi gini, for me, God itu is not about religion, because I believe that religion doesn't save you. So it is about your relationship with your Creator, irregardless of what religion you have. Yeah, I'm sure all these they have God, right? So it's about personal relationship with God, and when you really experience His love as in there, not just hugging you, but it's when you are down, He was always there. So that's why success it means it's not about it's fall 6 get up 8, fall 8 get up 10. So it's when you experience this. This is why my father convert is because he has seen. He was a Buddhist, so he said, "Wow, I see how your God take care of you after even I bankrupt. So it's so real." Yeah, so he's a real. So that's why for those people who have experienced personally, that's why I always say that it's by God's grace. Never, because number one enemy of human being is pride. Arrogance is the starting of a destruction. If you see, that's why Lucifer was being kicked out from heaven, because he tried to compete with God. He think he can outdo God. So same thing also. Why today I'm still like this? I don't really because I still I don't want to let the pride become the start of the destruction. So I think my advice is learn from mistakes. Don't learn from success story. So when you want to make a decision to decide on something, don't think about what if I fail. Instead, for me, because if you the moment you say what if I fail, then might well don't do. If you already have one question in mind, what if I fail? What if this doesn't work? Then don't do.
Okay.
Why not you just say, what if when this is successful? That's why when you want to decide on something, especially F&B business, don't ever start F&B business just because you know how to cook. Number 2, don't start F&B just because you like to eat. Because I always hear people say, why you start this? The young hawkers, because I like to cook, because I like to eat. No, I'm not chef. And you've seen many chefs fail. First, you must know what the market wants. Your product, you don't sell something just because that you think that this will work. But it must be a data analysis. Because nowadays, you must see, how many of people, they think that you like this one. So you don't sell by what you think. It must be from what you think people need. Number 2 is, business is about solving people's problem. In my case, is I'm solving the problem of people who miss Indonesian food and they crave but they cannot go back. So they can have it here. So that is I'm solving their problem. So in Melbourne, in Sydney, in Brunei, in KL, in JB, now in so they actually don't have to go to Indo and solving their problem. Gitu loh. So number two, so don't just because of you are good, you know how to cook. And number three, you must be prepared mentally. When I say mentally, people just easily say you must have a very strong mental. Wait until you kena, then you know. Oh, wow, is this hard? So I remember my late father. He was actually my big motivator lah. So he played a part. I always remember his advice: when you want to conquer a land, you burn your ship. Because after you burn your ship, you will not look back. If I lose this war, I can still have my ship to bring me back.
Yeah.
But once you burn your ship, no choice. I got to conquer this island. Yeah.
Okay.
And also, always expect the worst. Don't expect good, because when you again, this is linked to what I said. When you're comfortable, when you do business, there's no problems. You will never grow, because the best teacher is lessons, problems. If you don't have problems, you don't gonna attacked by people. You cannot by this jealousy, neighbor, this and that. You will never grow. And also, people when they see you starting, okay, be careful who you mix around with. You mix around with thief, you become thief. You mix around with beggars, you become beggars. You mix around with locksmith, you become locksmith. You mix around, that means you are who you
Spend your time with.
spend time with. That's what for me myself. Okay, why I don't like? No, I don't like. I choose not to hang out with my old friends who are negative, who are corporate world. Because these are people. When I hang out for coffee, the topic is talking back about the boss, talking bad about the company, complain about the pay, and also, hey, your rental 45,000 Cannot lah, Singapore expensive, Ayo, beco lah, Singapore, susah. Hey, you, cannot lah. So,
It's always negative.
yeah, so surround people with positive. Because it's either side A or side B. You want to do this, just do it. So, So for me, if I want to do something, just do it. Fail, fellow. What's the worst? Because the biggest enemy is failure. The fear of failure.
Yeah.
How can you learn if you don't fail? Just do it aja lah. Because when you fail, you learn okay, next time okay, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. So this is my three golden rule.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ko Edy, for your time, for your insights. Even in this short podcast, I learned a lot. And I believe all the viewers here would also learn a lot from your story, from zero to hero right now. And to always remember to be a blessing to everyone that you meet, and don't take failures as a challenge.
Yeah. And also until today, I still remember whatever humiliations, people talk back about you, gossiping about you, they accuse you this and that. Always remember that what is being looked down by men, God will lift up. Apa yang direndahkan oleh manusia akan Tuhan tinggikan. And always believe in karma. Always believe in karma. So just be nice to people lah.
Okay. Thank you, Edy. Okay, guys. So now we're trying the food from the Peñas. This is the Downtown East outlet. We have here the sayur asam, the tahu telur, and we have the OG ayam penyet here. Has my favorite tahu and also tempe, and there are like so many different chilies with different level of spiciness. So we're gonna try and let's review this food. I don't actually eat spicy, but let's try. Enak. And it's so crispy. Terus cabenya kayak oke lah, masih bisa. Level 2. Oke, kita coba ya. Lebih nendang nih. Kayaknya kalau ketiga udah pingsan. I've been craving for ayam penyet for a while. Okay, we'll try level 3 ya.
Okay.
And the chili lingers in your mouth. Level 3 ya. My favorite tempe. Which one is the
Level 4.
level 4? I think I'm gonna faint, but let's try. But the chili is so good, guys. Okay, let's try. This goes up to my head. That is like addictive kind of chili. Not
Okay, continue. Level 5.
Level 5. I think if you love chili, this is definitely level 5. This is level 5.
Yes.
I think from level 3 onwards, your tongue is gonna burn. But it's addictive. And it's like, I can't describe it because it's so nice. Okay, we try this. This is level 5. Next.
Oke, level 6-nya kita skip karena lagi habis barusan. Ini level 7.
Okay, berarti people who go here, they can choose which level.
Yes.
And is this like the unique thing?
Ya.
Level 7. Okay, try ya. It's so spicy,
Super spicy.
but also very, very addictive. Like for some reason, I also still want to try the chili even more, but let's try
Level 8.
level 8. Level 8 ini,
Yeah.
what's the difference? Like, do you add more chili here or?
No, all got different taste. All got different spices. So it's not only the spicy level that different. It's different type of sambal.
Yeah,
Like
because
just now level 7, you can try is lemongrass.
yeah. There's like lemongrass. Even until now, the aftertaste is like lemongrass. How about this one?
No, that one no lemongrass, no belacan. You try.
Remember, I don't usually eat chili, but today I'm eating chili. The spicy level is really spicy. We try level 8.
Level 8.
Speechless. Okay, really nice, but I think very, very, very spicy. I like level 3.
Level 3 is our best seller.
Yeah, because
Belacan.
yeah, it's like there's tangy feel and it's also addictive. But I think if you reach level 8, it's really testing how good you are with chili. So this is the sayur asam. Okay, we'll try. Super nice, and it kind of balances the chili that we ate from the ayam penyet. Super good. Okay, let's try the tahu
Tahu telur.
This is the best selling here.
Yes. So for the side dish, this one is the best seller.
Okay, we'll try. I love the ayam penyet because it's so crispy, and mixed with the chili, it's just like a complete combination. Now let's try the tahu telur. Okay, let's try. Biasanya gini ya?
Yeah.
Makanan. So let's pierce through this. Okay, this is the tahu telur. You can see we mix it with the gravy. Wah, ini bisa lahap banget nih. The sauce is very thick, and it's making the whole experience like more juicy, and there's like a lot of taste. So good, guys. And kerasa gitu telurnya sama tahunya, everything is a good combination. Definitely a must try, and no wonder this is the best selling side dishes in the penyet, right? Okay, so we're gonna munch everything here. I can't wait to finish my food, and we'll see you guys again on the next podcast.